What's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the MF Automotive YouTube channel. There's no doubt that Porsche's GT department out of Germany manufactures some of the best handling road cars on the planet. Their 911 GT3 and GT4RS variants garner worldwide attention and subsequently require a VIP status or a several-year wait to even get your hands on an allocation. However, if you are one of those individuals capable of owning one, you'll have your pick between the cleaner lines of the GT3 or the aggressive, more track-focused variant, the GT4RS. The RS, if you didn't already know, stands for Rally Sport, usually delivering a host of extra track-derived goodies, including, but not limited to already stickier tires, a bigger wing, and more aero, amongst other things. Anyway, while the RS moniker has stuck with the Carrera range for the better part of a decade, the Cayman, which is their entry-level offering of sports coupe, has only seen a model rivaling the likes of the GT3, known as the Cayman GT4, of course. However, in recent times, there had been many speculations and sightings over the years confirming everyone's suspicion that an RS version, or more focused at the time, was definitely on the way, just didn't know when. That is until now, when just a few days ago, Porsche unveiled this masterpiece known as the GT4RS, and it's pretty much what you would expect from a rally sport derivative, the likes of a larger wing, more tire, less weight, and more aero. Oh, and did I mention the elimination of the manual transmission? Yeah. While that may be a bummer, there are plenty of other highlights to look forward to with this new car. But first, let's start off with the exterior styling, and specifically with the front, where the Cayman gets wider and meaner. If you thought it couldn't get any more sinister than the GT4, well, here's your answer. The bumper appears to be slightly redesigned to accommodate for the larger air vents, and the front diffuser is longer and adjustable for aero purposes. We also get these canards, which reside on the corners of the front bumper. The hood pictured here is finished in carbon fiber and features these additional air vents molded into the hood. However, the exposed carbon fiber is optional extra included part of the WiSAC package. Opting for this package also gives you a host of carbon fiber extras such as the mirrors, rear wing, side louvers, and window trim beside the mirrors. It also replaces the roll cage to titanium and offers some stuff on the interior as well. Porsche enthusiasts are very familiar with this package as it has been made available on different iterations of the GT3RS. Moving on to the side profile, where the RS is quite similar to its less aggressive counterpart. The only differences noted at first glance are the addition of flares molded into the fender and the magnesium optional center lock wheels. The fender is also sculpted in a way to allow airflow to sneak through around the back. The wheels are wrapped around your choice of Dunlop Sport Max tires or Michelin Sport Cup 2. Michelin Sport Cup 2R are optional equipment. Upon closer look, I also noticed these rear louvers, I guess you call them, which replace the window usually found. Last but not least, let us discuss the rear, which boasts a new adjustable wing, top-mounted this time like its older sibling, the 911 GT3. We also get a more aggressive rear diffuser, amongst other things. All the exterior differences come together to make the GT4RS 25% more capable of producing 25% more downforce than the GT4. With the exterior styling discussed, let us move on to the interior, which sees subtle but effective changes. While the design is reminiscent of other Cayman models and follows the older Porsche design language of using physical buttons as opposed to screens, the materials are more in line with what you would expect from its more track-focused attitude, with the interior encouraging the use of lightweight materials to shave off any unnecessary weight. Of course, they haven't stripped everything. After all, this is a road-legal vehicle, which to comply with certain regulations. The dashboard is covered in race text, a substitute for Alcantara. The seats are carbon fiber buckets with heavy bolstering and are often referred to as the 918 seats. The door cards are now lighter and feature the fabric pull tabs found on most GT cars. Sound deadening has also been reduced, which increases road noise but contributes to that lower weight. And the rear window uses a thinner glass. Porsche has also gone as far as to use a lighter carpet for the floor pan. It was either that or bare metal. I think we all know what we would choose. Furthermore, the previously covered engine is now slightly exposed and now features a window which sits between you and the roaring engine, as seen on most supercars, I would imagine. All these changes come together to make this the most race car like Porsche to date. With the interior discussed, let's get down to the nitty-gritty details, in the form of the technical specifications, of course. The new Cayman GT4RS benefits from the same engine found in the new GT3. Yes, you heard that correct. Porsche's excellent rear engine, canyon carving sports coupe now shares an engine engine with its smaller sibling, albeit less powerful, but I'll get to that in a bit. While the GT4 used a version of the 3.8-liter from the Carrera S, this new one is definitely special. Enthusiasts have always longed for Porsche to throw this engine in the smaller Cayman, but the reasoning has always been lack of space. Well, with the introduction of the new GT3 updated engine, this was now made possible. The new GT4RS produces 493 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque, and is capable of reaching a top speed of 196 miles an hour. Most people will be probably quick to point out the lack of 9 horsepower, and that comes down to engineering. Mated to the 4-liter engine is a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, Porsche's infamous PDK to be exact. Unfortunately, a manual will not be available for the GT4RS. Weight-wise, the GT4 comes in at a curb weight of 3,227 pounds. Opt for the GT4RS Weissach, and that weight drops by another 40 pounds or so. The Cayman also sees some suspension enhancements. For one, the addition of harder springs and a place for new lower control arms. Unlike the new GT3, which is technical, the new Cayman keeps it quite old school in comparison, sticking to the familiar McPherson strut setup found on many iterations. New though is the use of Bilstein's next generation electronically assisted dampers. Going back to that statement about the Cayman keeping it old school comes in the form of a mechanical limited slip differential. Porsche's GT4RS also had its turn to run its way around the infamous Nürburgring racetrack, and it was able to set a lap time of just 7 minutes 4 seconds. Now, the price for the Cayman is just under $142,000, not including corresponding fees, which I assume is the starting price, but if you're familiar with Porsche options, it can go quite high from there, and understandably. But the price of the new GT4RS brings up an interesting question. Would you opt for the Cayman or spend an extra $12,000 or so to get a GT3? Something to think about. A release date for the GT4RS has been made public. Spoiler alert, it won't be available this year, but expected to be available next year in summer. Well guys, that wraps up my look at the all-new GT4RS. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.